My name is Casey Alvarez, and I am the founder and creator of Paint with Casey. I have been a furniture artist for going on 7 years, and there is a disruption coming to the furniture artistry flipping business. It is a good thing, but it's coming. There are so many things that happen behind the scenes that a lot of people are not aware of. I really thought pretty hard about making this video, and I feel like it is the right thing to do. So I've had opportunities to work with all different types of companies, paint companies, different companies, and the Lord has blessed me truly to be in a position where I can opt in or opt out. And that is not the situation with everybody. So, what I do is I paint very kind of extravagant armoires. These types of pieces are my specialty. I've shipped to over 46 states. A lot of my pieces, this is not saying to brag, but they just have built up where they sell for upwards of five, six, $7,000. This particular armor right here sold for $7,100. We're putting custom drawers in it that's almost complete. And I take very seriously the type of paint that I use and also the type of people and companies that I work with. Over the years, I've mentored and been able to provide courses and, be a business mentor to and a creative mentor to people all over the world. It has been very much an enrichment in my life, but in working with all different types of creators and content creators and unknown artists coming up, and I'm unknown to many people as well, coming up, what I see is them just hungry, which is so normal and natural and appropriate to have their work recognized, to be able to scale and grow. And that's a very normal part of any type of creative business. But what happens is, and I was talking to a friend not long ago who has been in the industry a long time and just very successful person in the industry. And this friend had said, it is a guy. This friend had said, that he goes, I'm not trying to have any derogatory effect on women, but I will tell you that the um, a lot of the paint companies are run furniture paint companies, right? So we're not talking about what you go and buy in the big box stores. We're talking about boutique, companies that there's a circle of artists and creators, and there's thousands and thousands of people, and we all circle around, the same different types of companies and stuff. And just for furniture painting, there is a community, and it is vast, but it is also still pretty much an intimate community as well. And so, in talking to this guy, he said a lot of the paint companies are run by very greedy, power hungry, conniving women. And I will have to tell you that I also find that to be true. And he's, I want to make sure he was saying this is not about women in general. And I said it just is what it is. There are a lot of companies that operate a facade to the public one way, but treat artists and people behind the scenes an entirely different way. And I was just really been thinking about, I've had some people and companies reaching out to me, and I have found in my experience, and this is why I'm sharing this and talking about the disruption, is what will happen is that big companies will want you to use their products and do all of these things for you, create all these contents, all these reels, and put all these demands on you for zero compensation for a few cans of paint. Now, that is called content creator if you're just starting out. That is very appropriate to get some free paint to use. But what happens is they expect us long term, and it's in that it's not fair. It is, you're not being paid, you're not being compensated for the filming, the editing, you're basically doing a significant amount of marketing for them for a couple of cans of paint, maybe a few more. For I had a company not long ago just make some serious demands on me, and it left just a bad taste in my mouth, working with them. And so I started talking to more people, and I began to find out that many of them are really just trying to get everything they can and are mistreating artists along the way. And that really bothers me because there's retired people, there's single moms, there are families trying to make extra income, and to see them be used and not valued in a way, in that type of way, it just stirs up something inside of me. So if you're a painter and a furniture artist, painter, or content creator, whatever it may be, I want to encourage you to do your research on what is fair. There should be some sort of compensation other than a couple of cans of paint for you doing all of this marketing work for a company, for furniture paint companies and supply companies in the industry. That I would encourage you to consider moving forward with content creators and investing in them, because in the past, people invested, companies, all companies, small and big, in radio, in TV, in newspaper, all these different things, and billboards. And there was always a budget for that. There's always been a budget. But today, the marketing budget is for content creators, your average person that is talking to their following that they have, who has built a rapport and established trust with them, and people, you know, trust in the products that they use. So in selling high-end armoires, I have been asked, of course, I want to use the best paint possible. And I have been asked a lot lately, what is the best paint that I have ever used? And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the best paint that I've ever used. And it is primarily going to be the only paint that I'm going to use going forward. Now, having said that, this company is not paying me to say this. They don't even know that I'm going to say this. I haven't had this conversation with this company. We have not, I have not told them this. And so there's no kickback. And furthermore, they do not have the budget, to pay me. But the thing, to do any type of content creation for them, and I'm okay with that. And I'll tell you why I personally am okay with that. I am in a position, financial position, because my furniture sales do so well, that I can accept or walk away from any type of, content influencer creator opportunity. But I'm choosing this company's paint for this reason. Number one is because of my husband. And, I do such a heavy volume of furniture that sometimes my husband will put on my base coat or paint shelves for me. And three different times he has said, this is the best paint you've ever used. And he is a woodworker. He makes high-end things that sells really well. And to have that compliment, he's never once in all the years I've been painting commented a single time about any paint, but he has commented three times, this is the best paint you've ever used. So I really started considering that. I started giving it heavy scratch tests. I personally loved it as well. It works for just about every situation that there is. And let me tell you, I worked with some really good paint in the past. I really have. And I've also at times, had issues with companies and their demands as well. But I am going to show you the best paint that I've ever used. They don't know I'm going to say it. They're not paying me. And it's what I'm going to put on my pieces moving forward. And I can't wait to share that with you. But I also want the painters and the artists out there to, it can be flattering when a company reaches out to you and says, hey, can we send you some paint? But let me tell you some red flags. I'm not saying don't accept free paint, especially when you're just starting out. Like, that's super appropriate. It is. But once you begin building all types of experience and following, and you have a good portfolio, you deserve to be compensated for that's brand deals and representation and professional marketing that you're doing. That's significant. And the average compensation is usually $300 or $400 per reel, and then things go up. We can have that conversation another time. um, and I will be putting some of that in my subscriber group, talking about that. And a lot of them don't want to pay that because they just, some of them just don't have the budget. The company that I'm going to show you is Paint-A-Like. They don't have the budget for that, but I am just choosing. I don't really need it. I just like them as people, and they stand out above all the many others that, and just the way that they have treated me personally. They've never had any expectation on me personally, where I'm sometimes in the past I've had people kind of hounding or people refusing to pay, or saying over and over, we'll pay you, and they won't pay you. And you just like, it became so discouraging, because the truth is this is a major income stream for many people's businesses. It hasn't been a major one for mine, just because I'm so focused on painting, shipping, selling. But for a lot of people, it is. And for those who it is, then you need to know that you have a value, and this value is worth it. So I'm going to grab the paint that I'm going to be using pretty much from here on out this company. Again, they don't know I'm going to say this, and I'm going to tell you why I like it so much. This is the best paint for furniture on the market, and I have used about everything that there is. This is Cautious Furniture Paint. This was a, very seasoned, established artist who took a significant amount of time to create a paint line that really reflects a luxury finish and a lasting durability. Again, I'm not paid to say this. I get zero kickback from this. They don't even know that I'm saying it. I have nothing to benefit other than just telling you, not only is it, this is truly why I'm doing this video. They're just lovely people to work with. She and her husband. They have treated me with such a up upstanding, honoring way that it has stood out far and above the way I've been treated by any other company. And that right there sold me on them, because that tells me that they care about people. I have turned down huge brand deals in the past of thousands of dollars a week because I did not like the company's principles. And um, this is a company that I just want to represent in this moment totally for free, because I love their principles. I love how they honor people. I love what they're about, and I love their paint. But also, my husband, who has never once commented on paint, really loves their paint. So I hope they do well. And I have just decided that because of who they are, that I'm going to support them in that. And that's what I want to do. And if you've never tried their paint, try it. I think that you will like it and be hooked. All the paints that I've used in the past have been good paints. They have been. This one is above the rest, but I just really love the way that they have honored me as an artist and as just a human being. Even when there was zero in it for them, they were still blessing and supporting and encouraging. I'm like, man, the world needs more people like that. I personally I believe we need to get behind and support people like that. And so it is true. There are a lot of cutthroats in the industry behind smiling faces, and these are not one of them. So God bless you. And if you're a furniture artist, you know, um, know your value. Think about what you bring to the table. Many of you out there have been doing this for years. You are extremely seasoned and experienced and create amazing things in your work. And the marketing content that you do for other people deserves to be compensated. You do not work for free, sweetheart. You do not work for free. Okay. I just want to tell you that, like you're worth more than that. So whatever, when people begin reaching out to you, have the confidence and do the research to begin having conversations where it's not big companies walking over little artists. Okay. God bless you.